In this video, we are going to have a look at classes. So this is a class here, has a capital M, and it has in front of it a method. So when a method is called on a class, it's referred to as a class method. So we have here all is called on moderator, and we have find is a class method. But over here, we have a find, and we save that on the moderator, and then we have update called on that moderator. So that's not a class, so that's called an instance method. So let's explore how this works. In your Rails blog, cd out, and we're going to cd into our Ruby project folder. We'll make a directory called appliances and cd into that. And let's make another directory, and we'll call this library or lib, and then do touch, and then go into our library and create a file which we are going to call microwave, and I will explain this in a second. So let's create a main.rb on appliances and then Sublime and open this. So essentially what we have is a main, and within library we have microwave. So double click to open these two up. In our main library, we're going to require our microwave file so we can use it. So we're going to just create our own classes and see how to create instance and class methods. So in microwave.rb, I'm going to create a class. So this is what a class looks like. Class have special method called initialize. So initialize is called for us automatically, which I'll show you shortly. So we're going to say our initialize accepts three named parameters. So door, a timer, and power. So every time we create a new microwave, we have to give it these three. And we will save the values that are given into @ symbols. So these are instance variables. So we'll save this in there. So when we save things into instance variable, we can use them elsewhere within the app. So I'll show that in a minute. So our microwave, we want to know when, if the door is closed. So we have a method for that. We need to know if the timer is on, and we also need to know if the power is on. So these are the three things for now that we want to be able to know from our microwave. So now this is where named parameters, class instance variables, come in. So we can now say door. How do we know door is closed? So if door is double equal sign is equal to closed. So we're just checking the value of door. If the value is equals to a symbol closed, then it's closed. I'll do the same with timer. So we'll do the same with the power on. So this is what instance variable is like. We'll set it in initialize, or we can use it elsewhere. So this statement will return true or false. Okay, so it's very simple program. So if we go into our main.rb, we can say something like this. I'm going to create data. So assuming we have data that has some values in it. So door is closed, for example, and we'll set timer to be on, and we set power to be on. So this is data that we can try within our program. So let's copy this and paste a few times. And I'm going to make the variables to be different. So these are variables. In this case, it hasn't got @ sign, so it's not instance variable, it's just variable. So we change some values around. In this case, timer is off. In this case, power is off. So the idea is to try this out within our microwave. See when the microwave can start and when the microwave can't start. So now we have this concept of instance. So this is how we create a new instance. We say microwave capital M dot new, and then we pass in the data into it. So this is the data that is stored within data 1, which we are passing into our microwave. So what we say, we create a new instance of microwave. So I'm going to do a few instances. So just copy and paste a few times. So change these instances so they're all unique. And each instance, I want to put a new different data set. So now we have 5 different instances of our microwave class. Okay, so we're going to run this. We say take one instance, we'll paste it here, and this is called instance method because we can copy any of the instance methods and paste it after the dot notation. Now if we go into our appliances and say ruby .rb, main.rb, it doesn't print anything out because we haven't explicitly said p for print. So do this now and we can see it says true. So it's evaluated that door is closed for data 1, which is true. So let's try this for other instances. So now an instance is just when we say microwave.new, that gives us an instance. So let's try and run this. So it's true, false, true, true, true. So in each case, it remembers the state and it tells you what the result is based on the data you pass in. So that's what instance variable does, and that's what instance method does. So instance variable remembers its state. Instance method allow you to run a method on the instance, as we have done here. So each of these are instance methods. So I'm going to create another instance method here, which would do something a bit more. So I'm going to check that if the door is closed, right, and the timer is on and the power is on, then we want to print something on the screen. So I'm going to add an if in front and optionally put a bracket open and close here just to divide things. And then if this is true, yeah, so we want to say microwave is starting. So if door closed and timer is on and power is on, print microwave is starting. Else we want to say microwave could not start. So it's a very simple method, and again it's making use of the instance variables, but I'm calling the methods inside. So I'm going to go ahead and change all this and delete, and this is start. Right, so let's clear this up and try to run it again. Now it says microwave is starting, could not start, microwave is starting, and could not start. So it works. So in each case, it's checking the instance variables and is seeing what we've given it and is making decision based on that. Okay, so each method is called on an instance. That's why it's called an instance method. Unlike new, which is called on microwave, which is a class method, which we did not define ourselves. So let's see if we can make our own class method. So a class method is written slightly differently. So we say define self dot and then create. So the new thing here is self dot. So this gives us something different. Let's see what this does. If we say return I am a class method. Okay, so if we go into main, I'm going to copy all this together. Okay, comment it out, and then say print microwave dot create. So there's no instance created in this case. So that there we say I am a class method. So this is different. So I've just called create directly on microwave. That's what this self does. If we get rid of self and we run, it says method create undefined for microwave class. So that's the main difference between create and instance, between class methods and instance methods. So we could do something a bit more funky. We can copy microwave.new data 1 and we could go into self.create and paste it in here. So we are using a class method to create a new instance. So I'm going to say create requires this named argument, and down here I'll take the values that we give into our argument and put them in here. So in this case we're saying microwave door takes door, timer should take timer, door timer, and power will just take power. So this method will return a new instance. Okay, so if we say microwave and we change all the new methods to create, it simply gives us a new instance. And I can get rid of this, select all this, command / or control /, and then I will uncomment, clear this and run, and everything works. So now we have something a bit fancy. We are using create to create a new instance, and this here is instance method being called. So that's the main difference. We have initialize method, which is a special method that's called, which puts all our instance variables in there. So now here we can understand and appreciate what's going on here. So this is a class method, which is self.find at some place in Rails. That's it for this lesson. Definitely come back and do it again, or revise or re-watch it one more time. In the next lesson, we'll have a look at this. This is inheritance. We'll see how we can make our run and what they're about. So that's it for this lesson. I'll see you in the next lesson.